Hello Virgo, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Virgo is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It's totally free, doesn't cost you anything to subscribe. If there's anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Virgo, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And here we have a Prince of Wands. This is very active. This is a card that says it's time to act, right? It's time for intense activity and commitment. It's not time for questions. It's not time for wondering or pondering or not even really a time for feeling, just a time for going, for doing. Yeah, for action and activity. Let's see what's going on with this energy. Let's see what is surrounding it. Let's see what context this very active, very, very active energy has. Oh, look at that. Fire to earth. Fire to earth. This is kind of saying that you're going to be going out and you're just going to be making money, right? That you're doing something now. There's not a lot of thought or feeling involved in it. Nothing that you have to worry about or debate about. Nothing to really figure out. I think you've done all the planning and all the worrying already. All you've got to do now is go out and do it. Go out and live this life, right? Do these actions, these physical kind of activities. Princess of Cups underneath everything. High Priestess behind everything. Look at that. Look at these core cards. We've got the Princess of Pentacles above everything. And again, more fire energy, more activity. There are a dozen things, or maybe 8. There are many things right now that you need to take advantage of. You need to go out and just do. Act, right? Assert yourself, take action. Yeah, you're surrounded by very, very good energies. Water, earth, and then this intuition behind you. See, this takes care of all the doubt and uncertainty. This is your intuition and your instinct. Follow that. This is behind you. You already have the certainty that you need. The Princess of Pentacles above you. This is kind of this is all the potential that you have to manifest. This is everything that you might want or need. This is the outcome that we really are looking for. This is everything. This is the manifestation of everything and anything. And this is right above you. All you've got to do is go out and do this thing, whatever it is. The hopes, dreams, fears, the Princess of Cups, all this water energy is within you. It's underneath all of it. This is you living your dream right here. This is you, fire to earth. This is you manifesting your potential, manifesting your dream by following your instinct and taking advantage of all of these different avenues. It's like there are a lot of doors in front of you. You don't have to just pick one. We're going through all of them. All right? And there's the Fool. And there's the 9 of Cups. And there's the 4 of Wands and 5 of Swords. Interesting, the 5 of Swords at the end here. This is the reminder, don't overthink this. Right? Don't let these doubts creep in. These doubts will try. And that's what they're doing. This pentagram is pointed down. It's trying to put doubts into what you're doing. Trying to put the concerns in, right? This is really the only air energy we have. And I think this is what we're trying to keep out. So when we see this circle here, this is a magic circle of protection around you. And really it's protecting us from any kind of thoughts that are contrary to what we are manifesting. We have to be like this Fool. See, the Fool's surrounded by a magic circle too. It's more of a spiral though. And the Fool is protected by all of the negative energy because it just doesn't attach to it. And we think of a fool as someone who, it's like someone's insulting you, but you really don't even notice. You don't even, you just smile and like you're not aware that somebody is insulting you. And that's kind of one aspect of the fool. It's just like, doesn't care, isn't bothered by someone's negative energy, any kind of negative energy coming in. Yeah. So this is really, really interesting energy here. I don't know exactly what you're doing. I don't know what your work is, but this fire to earth manifestation, this is a time, it's not a time to explain it, right? It's not a time for you to figure it out. You already have it figured out. It is a time just to go out and do it. And keep yourself fortified against, the negative energy coming in. And I think maybe there are people in your life that are naysayers or that try to put doubts in your head about what you're doing, about the way that you're manifesting your dream. See, we've got the earth and the water here. And to me, this is really about manifesting that dream. Whatever this deep soul desire is for you. I feel like these cards are really, really good. I feel like things are really changing for you. And again, it's really a time for you to act. I feel like you've been through a time of intense uncertainty, a lot of doubts. And I feel like your fortunes are really changing now. I feel like, and that reminds me, we got to do the mystery card. I feel like we had that period of doubt, and now things are turning around. Now it's just like there's no more doubt. Now you just got to go out and do this thing, and you're just like raking in the money. The earth energy, it's not necessarily money. There is a financial component to it, but it's all of the physical stuff that we need around us, physical resources, other people. It's really the desired outcome that we're looking for. And it is manifesting because you are manifesting it. You are the fire that's coming down and manifesting on earth. Okay. Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. And we are just going to set it down right there. We're going to put Tiny Bob Ross right on top. We're not going to look at that card until the very end. But it will tie everything together, and it will give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. All right. If at any point during the reading you feel like you know what that card is, I want you to put your prediction down in the comments. All right, let's do it together. Let's make it a group exercise of intuition. All right, let's look around the room here. Very cool that we have two major arcana cards, the Fool and the High Priestess. Both are kind of... Both are related to the air in a certain way, right? Because the High Priestess is kind of like the certainty, the instinct, and the intuition that we know what we need to know, that this is kind of a full moon energy that says all is revealed to you. There is the illumination has taken place. We can see things in a new light, right? So the doubts are kind of behind us. There is this trust in this intuition, and there are no doubts there. The Fool is also similar. It's kind of there's no doubts in the Fool, but it's more like the Fool just doesn't care. The Fool doesn't know everything, doesn't need to know, doesn't want to know. It's fine with just wandering through this life haphazardly, right? And so I feel like there's both of this energy in you right now. There's this kind of freedom from care. It's just kind of like you don't even worry about it. You're not even worried. And I wonder if people in your life are kind of curious about that, where they look at you and they think, gosh, did you just give up? It feels like you don't care about anything. Like there's challenges, there's worries and stuff, but how do you remain just kind of so like lighthearted about things? So some people may think that you've like fallen off your rocker, that you just have given up, that something broke and now you just don't care and you're not aware that all this stuff is going on. No, you still are, because you've got this High Priestess energy behind you. You already have the certainty and the confidence and the trust and that kind of divine insight into your situation to know that you don't have to be worried about anything, that there's nothing for you to doubt. Yeah. All is left for you to do All that's left for you to do is act. Okay? And I think you're being provided a lot of various opportunities. This seems to me like you've got a lot of things going on right now. Like there are a lot of, it's kind of like when you've got that Midas touch, where everything you touch turns to gold, right? You kind of want to go and touch a lot of stuff. You have this creative energy, you have this intense ability right now to accomplish something, right? Well, let's accomplish many things, right? So when we see the Eight of Wands, it's kind of like, wow, your attention is split up now between like a dozen different things. And you're giving them all this kind of intense, fiery, creative, action-oriented attention and focus, and we're accomplishing so many different things. This is a time right now for you to get 100 things done. There's this intense activity, this high energy level. Yeah. And we see that too with the Four of Wands here. This is about that completion. This is about getting those things done. You've got your energy scattered in a million different directions. Well, that's okay because things are getting done. And this is one of those rare moments in life where it really does. It feels like your fortunes are changing. It feels like now the more is on your plate, the better, because that's just more stuff for you to get done, more manifestations to accomplish, right? You've got this really unique ability right now to get a lot of stuff done, and I like that. So we've got our major arcana cards. We have our fire energy. We've got our water energy. We've got a little bit of air energy. And then, of course, we've got our earth energies. And now we have quite a few, court cards here in the middle, at least. We've got 3 of these. We've got a princess, and a prince. And so to me, it kind of feels as if the fire energy in the middle here is what is holding together this dream. This is the fuel. This is the engine that is manifesting the dream that you have. Now, what is that dream? What is your kind of life path? What are these goals that you have? Well, I don't think it's one goal. I think it's a lot of goals. And I think it's part of a larger dream life that you have, right? And there's a lot of components to it. It's not just one dream kind of scenario. It's a lot of things. Yeah, a lot of things. And you might be somebody even that likes a lot of like variety in your life. It could be right now that you really want to put your energy into 100 different things to see exactly what things you really want to keep. You could be in a time of intense like experimentation. All right. Rather than just this kind of routine thing, we see a lot of activity in a lot of different directions. Maybe you're looking to kind of narrow it down to a few really essential commitments, activities, the few essential hobbies and studies and paths for you to take spiritually, energetically, financially, romantically, all these different things, right? You're really discovering what you want in life and which things are meant for you. Which one of these activities is really part of this dream, okay? There's a connection to the medical field with you. There's also a connection to food service. And so maybe you're doing both of these things. Maybe you have more than one job at the moment. Okay. I feel like somebody passed in your life and you were never able to say goodbye to them. Who was that person? I feel that they were about your age, maybe a little bit younger, not much. It could be a friend. It could have been a romantic thing. They were just a little bit younger than you. You never got to say goodbye to them because it was kind of a sudden thing. They want you to know that they're with you. You don't have to say goodbye. Instead, say hello, right? They were weird about that, right? They didn't like saying goodbye or something. They would say like, see you later or see you soon, or they'd say hello when they were leaving, right? Something like that. It was something weird about their goodbyes. Yeah. And so and maybe that's why you never said goodbye to them. I don't know. But they're still with you, and they're witnessing all of this, right? And I feel like the two of you, I don't feel that it was I don't feel that it was a romantic thing. I feel that the two of you were like really good for like best friends. And I feel like you both went through a lot of things together. A lot of, let's say like experimentation in your youth, right? In younger years. Kind of a partner in crime sort of person. Yeah, but that best friend that would get in trouble with you, And they're still with you. And they want you to succeed. And they want you to fulfill your ultimate dream, this Princess of Cups underneath the surface. In your heart, you have this dream. And it could be something that you always talked about it when you were a kid even. It could be something that's always kind of been in your heart, that one day I'll do these things. Maybe it was, from a very young age, you always knew that you wanted to do something in the medical field. You wanted to be a doctor or a physician's assistant or a nurse or a whatever, tech of some kind. Or maybe it's the food service thing. I don't know. Maybe it's both, right? Maybe it's both. And I feel like that's the energy that we have now, is this intense. It's like you're doing a lot of different things. And it feels like you have like 5 jobs. Maybe you do. And maybe that's the intense energy that you have right now, is in order to manifest the dream that you want, the life that you want, to have this infinite abundance with the Princess of Pentacles. Maybe right now, yes, you're not overthinking it. You're not worried about it. You're not talking about it. You're just doing it. Maybe that's because you ain't got time for anything else. Maybe you do have 5 jobs right now. Because you're, with the 8 of Wands, you're pulled in a lot of different directions, but it's okay. This is what you want, because, maybe we need that extra money for whatever, right? But I feel like the hours of your day are very filled. Yeah, very, very filled up. The High Priestess in the background here does also tell me that you have a very heightened psychic sensitivity right now. That you can read people, that you can feel the subtle energies. I think this friend that we're talking about that is past, I think you feel their presence. I think you know that they're with you. Yeah. And I think that they are not doubting you. They never doubted you. They weren't one of those people that would try to say, I don't know what you're doing. That's not the right thing. They weren't part of that 5 of Swords energy. If anything, they would encourage you. When other people would doubt you, or family or other friends would try to kind of rain on your parade, they would encourage you. They would be there to support you, I think, and they still are. Also, there was something about the way they dressed, right? I know they had the thing with the goodbyes, but then there was something, they had a unique way of presenting themselves. I don't know if it's like a hairstyle or it's a hat or something, but it's just like, I feel like there's something on the top of the head, Maybe it's a hat or something, or it's like an updo of some kind. Anyway, let's go to the Path of the Serpent. And as we talk about this stuff, I would like to ask for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It's totally free. It doesn't cost you anything. And it helps out the channel, and I really do appreciate that. This Fool energy might be part of this friend that we're talking about too. Because the Fool is kind of a bit of a carefree person, a bit of a flashy dresser. And, the Fool is one of these energies that kind of does things a little bit differently than others, right? It might say hello instead of goodbye. And that's interesting too, because the Fool is the 0. The Fool is the circle. The circle, you don't know whether it's the beginning or the end. You don't know. Every hello is a goodbye. Every goodbye is a hello. Every door is an entrance and an exit, right? And so I think that this is a very good omen for you. This is a very important energy for you, in that you may be going through a period of time where you're starting and stopping a lot of things. Where you're starting a lot of jobs, you're leaving other jobs, you're starting and ending a lot of different friendships or relationships, or projects might be coming and going very, very quickly, especially with that 8 of Wands. A lot of things are happening, but I feel like you're just going through the flow. You're doing it because you know that we're building up to something, right? It's not just foolish and random. It's very intentional. And this is a period of very intense activity and manifestation. I almost feel like you're starting and stopping a lot of things because you're trying to collect things, and maybe you're trying to save money. You're trying to save up for something. But I feel like there's just a lot of energy coming in, and maybe it's just we're trying to get like work hours. We're trying to get experience. We're trying to get the knowledge and wisdom. And so things keep coming in. We're starting and stopping things very quickly, right? I don't know exactly what that is for you, but I get this feeling of like starting and stopping a lot. Yeah. The Nine of Cups, of course, in the environment is happiness. It's the pursuit of happiness. It's following your bliss. This is really what we're trying to chase in life, I think, is that expression of our deepest self, our deepest kind of soul desires, our deepest dream. We're trying to live it. This is you living the dream. This is the dream that keeps on dreaming. And this is physical satisfaction, mental, emotional, and spiritual creative fulfillment, satisfaction. So there's really, there's a method to your madness, right? There's a lot of meaning and purpose in what you're doing. And I think maybe the starting and stopping is the effortless flow when things stop having meaning or value. You have no problem ending them and starting something else. And when we talk about the Fool, sometimes the Fool can be a little inconsiderate, because the Fool can start and stop things like that. And other people who are being affected by that might be like, hey, what happened here? So if you just abruptly quit a job, you're kind of, you're affecting other people, right? So part of, I think, the energy today is to be aware of how everybody in life is trying to get that Nine of Cups, trying to pursue their happiness, trying to live their best life, follow their bliss, manifest their dream. All right. So we have to be aware of how our activities, your starting and stopping things, how that affects other people. I'm not saying don't do it. Just be aware how that happens and try to minimize the collateral damage of these starts and stops. Could be a romantic thing where just suddenly one day you just break up with someone. No explanation, no conversation, I'm done. I don't want to see you anymore. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? But we have to be aware of how that's going to affect other people too. Okay. And we can try to mitigate that a little bit. And maybe that's what this down here, maybe that's what this Five of Swords is all about, because this is the difficult conversation. This is the only air energy we have, and it's about the movement of air. This card's about change, about flowing communication. And it could go up or down, right? The pentagram can be upright or averse. It's the conversation we don't really want to have, and we kind of have to gauge what level of communication we should give other people. We can have none at all, which is us just making decisions like that, no explanation, no communication, just cutting it right off, which is totally fine. It's your right to do that. You don't owe anybody anything. But this card is saying just be aware of how your actions affect other people, and then determine what degree of communication is correct for you in that situation. Okay? It's not a one-size-fits-all kind of thing. Okay, you have to kind of be the judge of that. Yeah. I'm very curious about your energy right now. I feel like I kind of feel exhausted by that because it feels like it's on the go, right? But again, this is that period of intense activity and action and the ability to manifest right now. So I understand why you're just doing one thing after the other. Go, 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 go. Let's look at the mystery card. Maybe we'll see a little bit of that slowing down, Or maybe we'll just see more of the manifestation of it. Maybe we've got the World. Maybe we've got the 10 of Pentacles. Maybe we've got another 9 of Pentacles, another Princess or Page of Pentacles. The friend that passed, I feel like they had an A name. I don't know if it was Alex or Aiden, Adam, something with an A or an AD kind of thing. Okay, if you have a prediction for the mystery card, put it down in the comments. I'm just gonna, I don't know. Maybe it's an Ace of Swords. Let's see. Oh no, it's the Wheel of Fortune. Of course it's the Wheel of Fortune. Because this is now the fortunes are changing. When you're at the top of this wheel, you gotta go as fast as you can. Because it's like this is a limited period of time. The wheel's gonna continue to turn, right? So when you're at the top, you gotta take advantage of it and move as fast as you can. It feels like a game show, right? Where it's just like you're in that, what do they have? We took our daughter to a pizza parlor a few weeks ago, and they have this booth that the kids can stand in. And you push the button and it just blows, like, I don't know, the tickets or something. It just blows these things all around. And you got like 30 seconds and they've got to try to grab as many of the tickets as they can. That's what this feels like. Exactly like that. Where this is like, it's your opportunity. It's your window now. It's kind of like it's like a shopping spree. You get 5 minutes. You can have anything in the store. If you can put it in your cart in 5 minutes, it's yours. You better hurry. Right? And so you're grabbing things that mean the most to you. And if you don't want it, well, then you could just donate it to someone else later. But we're just scrambling as fast as we can. So I think that this is really, your fortunes have changed. I think you're at the top of this wheel, and it really is, it's that scramble. It's that window of time where you have to try to throw as much stuff in as you can before that window closes. Yeah. Extraordinary energy. We're going to do an extended reading. If you want to stick around, there's a link up top. There's a link down below. There is a link at the end of this video. That's my rhyme for the day, apparently. New readings for Virgo every Tuesday and Saturday, 6 a.m. Chicago time. But I am here every day at 6 a.m. Chicago time, so you can come back and see me again tomorrow. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free. Does not cost you anything to subscribe. And leave a comment for me. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you are the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.